Yo, we're back again. So, you saw the video on Lantis. We're now going to do a video on this one, Nova. Okay, so it is the other side of insulin, the fast-acting insulin that we'd probably utilize a little bit more sparingly and a little bit more careful around optimal windows of performance. So, what do I mean by this? This is probably the one that gets the grit, the danger. Oh my God, be careful because you're gonna put yourself into a carb coma and die and not wake up. Yeah, if you misuse it. But who's gonna misuse it? It's not something that we're just willy-nilly gonna throw around. It's not something that I would advise anybody to do without careful kind of guidance, structure, and research as well. So I'm coming on to your screen today, guys, with Tank, and we're gonna educate you on Nova Rapid. So this we want to utilize around a training window or a performance window, like I say, as a nutrient petitioner. We want to utilize, again, the same, it could be around bigger meals. So when we're at kind of peak performance and, you know, off season and training performance is high and carbohydrate requirement is high, we could use and deploy things like Nova Rapid or Lantus, like a basal slow-acting insulin, to help relieve the stress of the pancreas. Now, I covered this in the Lantus video. The Nova video is slightly different. We would utilize this one in and around those larger meal timings to help aid the digestion and absorption of the good nutrients that we want from those carbohydrates, the glucose. Straight into the muscle, straight to performance. Let's get fucking wham. Okay, so considerations in regards to this one. Obviously, dosing is going to be very, very moderate in comparison to the other one. Now, again, we're not looking at kind of super physiological ranges. We're looking at just aiding the pancreas. So dosages for this, I would say, is typically speaking around, in studies, I believe it was 2 IU per 10 gram of carbohydrates. Now that's for diabetics who are insulin resistant. They have no insulin production whatsoever from their pancreas. Do we need to go that far? No, we have hopefully a working pancreas. We are just looking to aid that. So I'd probably say reduce that down by half. So 1 IU per 20 gram of carbohydrates. So if we're speaking 100 gram of carbohydrates per meal, we'd say 5 IU around that meal. Now, this is going to help with the nutrient partitioning of that meal, so it's very fast acting. I believe the half-life is 3 to 5 hours of Nova, so much shorter than Lantis. We'd want to utilize this around a training window, probably far away from morning fasted and wake times, and also far away from bed because we don't want to run the risk of going hypo. And I think this is where the fear of insulin comes from, is that fear of going hypo, the cold sweats, the shakes, the jitters, oh, I'm not feeling too good, I think I'm going to pass out. We've all had it, whether you use Lantus or not. We can't avoid sometimes going hypo, but we don't want to be putting ourselves in positions of hypo by using insulin. So we'd want them to be around a heavy carbohydrate meal. Now, whether that be before a training session or after a training session would all depend on how you feel, your sensitivity to it. So what I'd probably recommend is, let's say for example, an individual has high carbohydrate meal before their training window, maybe just roll in a 3 IU with that meal, eat the meal, take the Lantus, go train, come back. As long as you're not going hypo within that time period, we're absolutely fine. If you do, and what I would probably recommend, and I do with clients, is take some fast acting sugars with you to the gym, or if not, you would have, say, an intra-carb workout that you could utilize anyway, so that's going to negate the effects of it. But having something fast acting like that, just in case you do go hypo, just to bring those sugar levels back up, you'll be absolutely fine. But again, it's something that's just going to utilize and help alleviate some stress from the pancreas, alleviate some stress that we apply as bodybuilders onto the body, because we require the body to do a lot of work. We require the body to perform in elements outside of the gym without even taking consideration. You know, yes, of course, we're in the gym, we hammer the weights, you know, we have an element of physical, visual performance and adaptation happening right there. But when we leave the gym, do we take into consideration the stress and requirements that we're putting on our body from food, from digestion, from recovery, from what the body needs to do behind the scenes after that to then progress from it? Is that something that we're really taking into consideration? And if there are elements and are aspects that we can utilize in a safe manner, then why would we not want to utilize those? And things like Lantus, things like Nova, in careful, non-super physiological ranges that are going to help in regards to progression. They're going to help in regards to also modality as well. Like, at the end of the day, we don't want to be cutting our life short by, putting stress and fatigue on the body. This is something that is very relevant. We're forcing weight on the body. We're forcing stress and inflammation on the cardiovascular system. This is all stuff that's going to create a lower level of life. It's going to take years off our life. So if we can do things that could potentially alleviate some of that fact, why would we not? We're looking at peak performance. We're looking at physique development. We're looking at trying to do things as healthy as possible. There's plenty of studies to support that this is all within human trials. This is all being deployed and utilized within diabetic patients. We can use that for performance in bodybuilding. Thank you guys. As always, any questions, any feedback, anything you would like to know more, please do not hesitate to ask. As always, much love, stay blessed, and I will see you all soon. Love, 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 love.